Okay, folks, here's a quick review of the Lizard figure that was released by Hasbro as part of the Amazing Spider-Man line of products. I picked this up at Walmart for $15.99. This is part of a Walmart exclusive figure series that also featured Amazing Spider-Man and Ultimate Comics Spider-Man. When I first got the figure out of the blister pack, I was moderately impressed. The figure does look fairly movie accurate, and when compared to the Amazing Spider-Man figure that is also part of this line, it does seem to be scale proportionate to how they appeared in the finished film, with Lizard being taller and bigger than the Amazing Spider-Man. So let me pause here, and I'll bring in the Amazing Spider-Man movie figure, and we'll get a look at the height and size differential. And as you can see, the Lizard is quite a bit taller, and also a lot bigger than the Amazing Spider-Man. Okay, put that aside. As I looked at the figure more closely, I started noticing some problems. One thing I noticed right away is that Lizard's tail initially didn't seem to grip properly into the figure's tail peg, for lack of a better term. The only way to get it to stay attached is to leave the tail in an upright position. If you don't, it won't stay attached and it will fall off rather easily. I also have a problem with the neck area of this figure. If you lean Lizard's neck back, it exposes a hole that is very detracting from the figure's overall appearance. This same issue exists where the figure's tail is located, and that particular area cannot be completely covered. The joints of the figure were mostly functional right out of the package. The left shoulder was initially frozen in place, but with repeated movements it does seem to be freeing up slowly. However, the abdominal crunch joint feels very fragile. I have also run into problems with getting this figure to stay on its included base, as it seems to want to topple over quite a bit, and the only workaround that I've found so far is to pose him in this rather awkward pose. It also seems that the peg holes in the feet may be a little bit too large for the pegs on the figure stand. On a positive note, the eyes and teeth of the figure appear to be nicely done. I also like seeing the work that went into the scales all over this figure's body. There were no paint application errors on him that I could find. So what I'll do here is pause, zoom in, and give you a closer look as to what the figure looks like. And as you can see, there's that small hole in the neck area. And I really think that is detracting from the figure's overall appearance. Alright, Lizard came with 3 accessories in addition to the figure stand that you see him standing on. So let me pan down real quick and I'll show you what those are. So as you can see, Lizard came with 3 different reptilian creatures. These appear to be similar in appearance to some of the lizards that were featured in the movie's sewer battle scene. Back to the figure itself. What I'll do now is a quick 360 of the Lizard and let you see what he looks like from all sides. Okay. So overall, I can't say that I'm very enthusiastic about this figure. Yes, there are some positives, but the negatives that I ran into on this figure largely outweigh those positives. So therefore, I can't totally recommend this figure unless you're a completionist or you're possibly looking for a Lizard movie figure to display in a battle scene complete with the included Lizard creatures alongside the Amazing Spider-Man from this Walmart exclusive figure line. But other than that, I hate to say this, but I think this figure is an easy pass. Alright, so on that note, take care and stay tuned for my next review. Have a good one.